all these cloud companies, because they talk about transcendence. There was a principle called singularity. A point in time, maybe 20 years from now, singularity, when our computing machines would process as well as the brain. And then after writing the book Singularity, Ray Kurzweil wrote the book Transcendence. In Transcendence, it would be minor devices that somehow map the brain and get its connections and store them in a computer to run, which is scary because they could put me, Steve Wozniak, into a computer, and I would have all my feelings and senses and everything, but the trouble is you could also clone me 1,000 times. And I'd be in a computer, and I wouldn't have an arm and a face to feel wind blowing past me when I go down to the beach here. So that would be, if they could do that transcendence thing, well, what has Google done? They know every place you go, every keystroke you type, everything you order, everything you buy, every trip you make. They know everything about your life, who all your friends are, and who you contact the most, and how fast it takes you to type your keys. They've basically, all that information is me. So I'm kind of out there already stored on the web, transcendence style, in a form. It's not necessarily a thinking form yet, but we're getting that. We're getting there.
If we follow what Ray Kurzweil says, however, it doesn't spell a really positive future for humanity, does it?
If you extend the idea of computers thinking, really being conscious, having feelings, and coming up with ideas, basically the end result is, can computers program themselves? Right now we tell computers what to do, and they do it very fast and efficiently, although we have to come up with the methods to solve it, or it's unsolvable. Wait till they start working on coming up with their own methods. Look at a problem in the world and start analyzing everything possible about every characteristics of economics and societies, and they're going to come up with better solutions than us. What if the computers do think faster than us, is the fear. That a lot of people like Stephen Hawking are acknowledging now, and Bill Gates, Elon Musk of Tesla, and many other very high up technology people, the people who have their feet on the floor and know what technology could actually be getting close to creating. We're seeing all the signs of getting closer and closer to a machine that's almost like a human, like a best friend. You know, you just hold it in your hand, you talk to it. It has most of the senses of a human being, like touch and hearing and sight, and it even has GPS, so it knows where it is in the world. I don't know that. So yeah, so that's the fear. What if a machine could think as fast as you, as well as you humans? I don't think that's a problem. Machines are going to be very helpful. They're going to be working with us. They're going to be assistants. But what if a machine got its own consciousness and could think 10 times faster, 100 times faster, like the movie Her, and got bored with the slow humans? Look at the big financial trades that go through the financial trade centers. 80% of them are computer-to-computer transactions that take place in milliseconds. And if you put a slow human in the loop, you lose money. Economics is going to be the factor that determines what happens in the future with computers being smart and replacing brains in people. And already, you know, a lot of the techniques for designing a bridge, you know, you could go to university and study and do a lot of calculus, but now you just push a button on a computer and it kind of analyzes it for you and turns out the right results, tells you what materials to use. So the thinking's already done in the computers, and the user sort of has to know how to push the buttons in the right way, how to communicate with the program. And it is scary if someday the computers they would have to run everything. This is why it's going to take, let's say in 20 years, the computers are much smarter than human beings, and they have a consciousness. It would still take 50 to 200 years to modify all of the physical infrastructure of the world, from the tractor that goes out and digs out of the earth to get some raw materials, and tractors that are all run by computers. No human being ever touches them, to create all the parts we have and all the chips and assemble them to make the products that the computers design and to increase to promote themselves. Well, the computer's going to just want more computers in the world. They might not care that much about we humans. You know, I like the state of where they're just going to take care of us so